Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are brand new, welcome. I'm super glad to have you and I hope that you stick around and watch a bunch more videos. Today's video is a review of the Tory Burch York. This is still a really popular bag. It is one you can still buy. I'll link it down below, but you can find them on the pre-loved market as I did as well and get a good deal on it. I will be selling this. I'm not quite ready to yet, but I'll describe that in the review. Let's get started. So this bag is quite large. I think it's 18 inches wide, so it's a big bag and a really good work bag for that reason, which is what I use it for. It's Saffiano leather, so it's a little more structured. If I put it down, especially if it had things in it, it would hold on its own, which is really nice, and it has nice long handles that can fit over the shoulder. So it's a good size for work. It is an open design, which is my biggest issue with it. If it had a zip top, I'd probably keep it for a very long time. You can add a little thing here for your keys, and it does have this middle padded laptop, so it is padded inside here, which if you do carry your bag to work could be a really nice thing to have. I, however, do not, and so I find that this is kind of a useless compartment. I could use it, but I don't. There's so much extra room in here, and it's not attached at the bottom. So you see it comes out here, but it doesn't attach to the bottom, so things get stuck in it, stuck under it all the time and lifted up, and it gets in my way. So if you were someone who was bringing your laptop to work, it would be a really excellent bag for that, but it isn't right for me because of this and the open top. A lot of people's complaint are also that the handles are very thin. I haven't had an issue with them, but before I wore it, I did go and get from my shoemaker and leather cobbler, I had them put in these extra rivets and tie these down because these, one of the things that happened with it being pre-loved was there was a little cut in a couple of these down here. So I was nervous about it. So they reinforced it, sewed it, and put these rivets in, and I haven't had an issue with it since. I do like the gold. I really like the simplicity of it, that it's just the symbol here and the little Tory Burch icons here. It's recognizable, but not in your face, which I do really appreciate for a bag. It has nice pockets, and I do use these a lot. So it's got a nice pocket for different things here, and then on this side with the tag, it's got this, another two pockets, and the zip pocket, which I've got a receipt in. So that's nice, and it is big enough to actually fit my large wallet, which I have almost no bags that fit in the little zipper compartment with that. So that is a nice thing about it. It has no feet on the bottom. That's another thing I kind of wish it did, because I do put it down a lot when I'm working, and the surfaces are not always as clean as I'd like them to be. So that could make it a little bit better, but it's still a really popular tote. It is one that I would recommend if those are right for you. If you like an open tote, if you carry your laptop or you would have a use for this compartment, if you don't mind the feet being there, then otherwise I think it's really, really excellent. And a lot of people really, really love it, and I understand completely why they do. But I am in the market for something a little bit different. For me, zip top, a little bit smaller. I don't need the full 18 inches most of the time. It is nice, and I do carry it, but it can get heavy. So I have the new Salvatore Ferragamo Bice tote that I had dyed. I'll link that video down below so you can see it. And so that's another big bag. It's almost the same size as this. It's not as structured, and I do wish it was. But I am looking for maybe a smaller bag that'll still fit folders, but is a little bit of a better size and structured for me as an alternative black everyday bag, since I do carry those for work the majority of the time. I would say these are the most common bags that I carry. But I've been carrying this one for over a year, and I think you really can't tell. There's very few scratches. It has been out in the elements and done a good job. But I have had papers and things get wet, so again, the zip top does make a difference. And sometimes I do put my folders in the padded laptop section, but I find that I still have other pouches and things that get stuck, and it pulls it up, and it just kind of makes everything wrinkle, and I don't love that. So those are the benefits and the drawbacks, and you can figure out if this bag works for you based on those different ideas. Thanks so much for watching. I hope that you loved the video. If you did like it, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe and watch my future videos. Let me know if you have any questions, if you want any comparisons between this and my other work totes. I only have 1 or 2 more to cover. And I hope that you stick around and watch my future videos. Thank you so, so much. Bye.